We are gonna run a very short Twitch ad, but do stick around because in 30 seconds we will be almost ready for our next run. So stick around for that. It looks like we are ready, so in just a second, BPG is going to be coming back with Colin McRae Rally 2.0, this time arcade percent category. Good luck, and this time we are doing the Toyota Corolla, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that's what we're using, because that's what you voted for.
Good luck, let's go.
Okay, so we're ready? All good? Okay, so I'm back. I think, yeah, we're back, yeah. Right, so I'm back again. This is the arcade percent, and I'll just quickly run through it before we start. It'll be real quick. So obviously you guys voted for the Toyota Corolla. We're using the Toyota Corolla just to prove it. That's the Corolla. Selecting the Corolla. There you go. So time will start when I select the Class B option on the screen. But basically there is 5 championships, 3 races apiece. Novice only has the 1, thankfully. Intermediate has both Class B and Class A. So you'll see the same set of races 3 times for the first set, which is Class B, Italy, Sweden and Greece, and you'll see Class A twice. So, and that's Australia, Finland and France. There are also 2 other countries that have circuits but aren't on the calendar. They are Kenya and UK. But anyway, without that, I can't speak today. Anyway, yeah, ready to go? I'll get up, right. So in 3, 2, 1, go. Good. We off?
Yeah.
And here we go. So again, I'm going to be using the actual manual gears, and this is going to be such a meme using this car. So this car, funnily enough, is one of the slowest cars that could have been picked. Well, the Ford Focus is slower, but thankfully, because we're on Novice, we're not going to have any problems whatsoever passing the AI, which isn't going to be too bad, to be honest. We should be all in the clear. So as mentioned before, there is 3 countries for Class B, which is Italy, Sweden and Greece. And how I said in the last run that Italy is a pain, it is, but it's only in the championship. Arcade, it's really easy. So for the most part, like I said, it's basically just circuit racing, 3 laps per circuit. There's not really any major glitches or anything like that to do. It's purely just how fast can you get around the circuit. You know, usual circuit racing shenanigans, really. The fastest car, obviously, that we could have used would have been the Seat Cordoba, but thought I'd make it a bit interesting with them donation incentives. Wouldn't mind. I was feeling a bit of a twitch to actually using the Seat, but I was like, nah, why don't we just do an incentive? Whatever gets most wins, and you pick the Toyota. So yeah, you'll actually get to see how bad this car is in terms of acceleration. Its steering isn't that bad because I think most cars in this game handle the same anyway, or they feel like it did. I think the Mitsubishi and the Peugeot handle a bit heavier. With the Corolla being shorter and have a shorter wheelbase, it turns pretty decently. And one thing to mention actually, with arcade percent, is that the one thing the game doesn't tell you, this is something you kind of have to figure out for yourself, or if it's something that you've never noticed, then allow me to fill you in. So, on the game when you usually play it normally through, say, a championship, for example, The gearbox ratio will be in the middle, it'll be selected in the middle, and the car will top out at about 120 miles an hour. That's by default. You can obviously make the gearbox shorter if you wish, or longer. For arcade percent, the car is always geared to the longest gear ratio. So if I was geared to a shorter gear ratio, there's no doubt about it, I would have probably been a bit quicker on this run with this car. But because, oh no, we've got to play with the longest one, it's going to be relatively slow. So just coming across the finish line to finish the first race, and the 4613, not too bad. So that's the first race done, that's Italy. Like I said, nice and easy. Sweden is the next one up, and I think a good lap time is a little over a minute. If you can get it under a minute, that's even better. I've actually managed to get under a minute at this track with the Mini Cooper, and that is quite some challenge. I might be okay at this game, but that is a challenge even for me, mainly because, well, the Mini Cooper's quite slow, so it makes sense. The one thing that I'm a bit worried about later on is, because obviously we picked this car, is with the intermediate and the expert AI. So novice AI, piece of cake, you'll be able to beat them first try, no doubt. But we might actually have a problem with the intermediate and expert AI. Expert is the one that's worrying me the most. Intermediate, not so much. But expert, yeah, I'm kind of worried. We should be okay though, I would have thought. If we're not, then it's no problem. But yeah, for the most part, like I said, we'll be going through 3 countries in Class B and 3 countries in Class A. The longest in Class B is Sweden, and the longest in Class A, I believe, is France. France being like a minute and 10 seconds a lap. It's quite long. But yeah, if anyone has any queries or any questions regarding this run, fire away.
Why did they name a car after a Crayon?
What, a Corolla? What, a Toyota? What, Toyota or Corolla? Which what? Crayola, Corolla. Oh god. They should make a livery for this car now. Just have Corolla all, sorry, Crayon or Crayola, sorry, all over the side of the car. That'd be funny. Honestly though, I do not know. It's just the Japanese are a bit crafty, aren't they? Name whatever they want, so it's fine. Also, it wouldn't make sense if it was called a Crayola. The Toyota Crayola, that'd be the weirdest car I've ever heard of. Oh dear. 10 out of 10 for imagination on that one. Said no one ever. Free colouring book as well. Oh dear. It's like, have you got kids and you're buying a Toyota Corolla? Look no further. We're selling a limited edition Toyota Corolla, and you get free crayons and a free colouring book for your kids. Yeah, yeah. That actually works too. Oh my god. Funnily enough, whilst we're on the subject of like Crayola and stuff, in the first Colin McRae rally game, there is a car we use for the championship, which is called the VW Golf. And the VW Golf has a livery. Should we say it looks like it's just had paint splattered all over it? It literally looks like something out of a Crayola box. The livery, it's weird. So you might actually get your dream. I don't know. It was a livery that was used in the 90s and it wasn't very popular. I wonder why. But yeah, it does look like a Crayola style car. It's really odd. And that is Sweden on the 101 down. I'm quicker than I thought today. Very nice. So there's no other way of like retiring from the races. This is the one bad thing about Arcade Percent. You can't actually retire from any of the races. If we could, then I'd say we'd more than likely be able to retire on this race and still maybe win the championship. But for the most part, yeah, I don't think we need to do anything about it, to be honest. It's a shame that they didn't introduce a mechanic like that, because this one would be a lot faster. I think Lucky could probably agree on that one. Speaking of which, bringing him up again, he also owns the record for this category, 2 categories which he's very dominant at, funnily enough. And yeah, I've no words for him. I can't catch him. He's pretty quick. I think it might have been a good idea having, because actually, funnily enough, we did a race, me and him, not that long ago, in a marathon. I think it was a race against time. You people here might have heard of it. If you haven't, it's just basically a racing games speedrun marathon. And basically, me and him raced against each other using the Seat, which is obviously the quickest car out of the lot. And I think he beat me by like nearly a minute. So it just shows you how good he is against me. And I haven't played the game in ages, so maybe my time would have been better if I practiced more. I don't know. He's pretty good. Also, whilst we're on the subject of marathons and such, obviously we're in one at the moment, but one thing I want to just bring up, it's probably best if I bring this up now, just so I don't forget and miss out near the end. So later this year, actually in about 2 months from now, we are running a Colin McRae rally marathon, which is shortly put, it's called McRaeathon. And the idea is to run all 5 Colin McRae rally games back to back. And there's certain categories which we're going to be running in each game. So it's kind of, rather than complete each, because if we ran each game 100%, it'd probably take, I don't know, a week, maybe. Because some of the games are quite long for 100%. Like this one, for example, takes 9 hours. Like over 9 hours to 100%. The first one takes 6.5, and I haven't tested the other 3. But, regardless of that, yeah, so we've got this speedrunning marathon that's coming up in August. It's called McRaeathon, and if you want to enter this yourself, if it's something we're accepting, it doesn't matter whether you play the game or not. Again, it's just a marathon you can enter, just like any other. If you've got a bit of driving skill and you think you'd be good enough, feel free to enter in, even if you've never played the games before, but would be interested in giving it a try. Again, feel free to sign up. We do have a link in the Colin McRae Rally Discord, and we also have a speedrun.com page, which is listed McRaeathon. You'll find all the details you need on there, including what the rules are, what categories are being run, and things like that. So that is that. Oh. Okay, so we've just done Class B, and we've got to do Class B again. This time it's on Intermediate. The other class we'll do after this is Class A, so we actually get to see a different change of scenery. So this is the second time we're doing this race. You'll notice now that the AI are going to try and block me off a bit more, because obviously they're a bit more hard to defeat. With the Toyota, I'm a bit worried we're going to lose this. Although, maybe not. I'm a bit worried. Yeah, that worry's gone out the window. Yeah, have we got any questions at all from chat? Maybe? I don't know. Anything the chat might have mentioned for the game. Nothing. This is the only problem with this game. A lot of people in my chat often like talk amongst themselves, so it's often a bad thing. But never mind. That's fair enough. I mean, I've explained all I can about the run. It's just anything that anybody wants to know now. Feel free to ask away. Yeah, perfect Sunday. Putting my feet up, probably watching Formula 1 when it's on. Some Formula 1 fun. And probably just chilling out, playing games, I don't know. That's pretty much my... I don't know if it would be my perfect Sunday, but a typical Sunday, so... Perfect Sunday. Okay. Hey! Oh god. Yeah, when I die, actually, when I turn in my grave. That might be after this run, actually. But yeah, so 100%, obviously, as I mentioned, is a little over 9 hours. Actually, it's 9 hours and like 11 minutes currently. That's the current like PB time for me. Regarding when I'm going to PB in that category, I don't know. Maybe when I've actually got 9 hours of my life on my hands that I can't be asked to do anything with other than dedicating to a run. I know the best thing is about that run though is that there is at least, Lucky seems convinced actually that I could save 11 minutes so we could get it under 9 hours, possibly. I know I can save like 3 minutes in that run anyway, just because of the fact that, well, for like at least 5 minutes of one of the parts, one of the runs within said run, I just stopped off, had bites to eat and stuff like that. I basically just took a break for 5 minutes. So it's 5 minutes time save if I'm sat playing a game for 9 hours. There's like that's 5 minute time save.
We have another question by Lon.
Oh.
100% when?
Oh, I've opened up a can of worms now, haven't I?
I was gonna say that. I think that was actually lucky.
No. Oh. Right, so it wasn't 100% PV when, it was more like 100% attempt when. I tell you what, Lucky, how's this? 100% attempt is when you do another 100% run. Because you did one, you've not done it again, so I'll do it when you do it. Although I've said that to a lot of people that I do a run whenever they've done one, I'm not making a promise. So I've got to do it. I've got to make up them promises. Yeah, I've still got to finish off games that I've not I've not finished on the channel yet, so that's fun. But yeah, I will do a 100% run when I've got the time, Lucky. Let's put it that way. I don't know when I'll be doing it. Maybe after McRae-a-thon, if I got the time, or just before, I don't know. But yeah, I might do it. First of all, I want to see your run though. I'm putting the challenge. I'm flipping the page around on this one. I'm just like, yeah, you can have that. Sorry, Lucky. I'd like to see you run it though. Also, Lucky, I've got a question for you. Any % novice PB when? Because your time still stands nearly a minute and a half behind mine, and you've yet to attempt that category. I'm waiting. I'm calling you out, boy.
He's throwing the gauntlet.
Yeah, he thought, I don't know. I still got to beat him on any % new game plus, so yeah, well this is the best thing about me and Lucky, we just cheer each other on. Sorry, no, not cheer each other on. Encourage each other to beat each other. That's something. Yeah. Only problem with that is I got to fly over to Hungary, I can't bother doing that.
As Lon just mentioned, shots fired.
Yeah, shots fired. Oh, sorry, Lucky, I didn't mean to upset you. But like I said, I'll be completely serious though with the 100% stuff, that I will attempt it, just not yet. There's a lot of speedruns I'd like to do, including one that I've wanted to, well, I've not wanted to try, but one that's been put on my list because I've just played it last night, which is Super Monkey Ball. So yeah, thanks for that. I'll probably put that's on my list anyway. It's just the beginner stuff, and I'll get around to the other stuff later. Gonna be using them emulator strats. No, I'll give it a try. But yeah, look, it's on my list anyway. I'll try and get around to doing it whenever I can. Did you say Lone asked the question before, or is it just Lucky?
The 100% attempt was asked by Lon.
Oh right, 100% attempt. Like I said, whenever I can be bothered doing it. Because right now I've not got 9 hours of my life on my hands, so I'm not doing anything. Currently in the process of, it's going to sound bad, but we're currently in the process of moving stuff around the house, so I haven't got the chance to stream anything. So that's the only reason. So I don't know when I can. I'll try and do it when I can though. Thanks for the question, and Lucky as well. Questions. And also sorry for throwing down the gauntlet.
Looks like we're having another gauntlet thrown down.
Oh god, what's the
by
combat with?
Lon.
Oh, Lone, okay.
Next UKSG, Viper brings in Super Monkey Ball or the Run Wii.
Ooh.
I also want to see the Run Wii.
Oh. Lone, I think you could do that one. You've got the game, I haven't. And I don't want to. Oh, unfortunately, do you know what? I'll put this to bed, like literally right now. But not to disappoint anybody here, it might actually make a lot of people happy. We'll find out. But basically, this will be my last UKSG appearance for a while, just because of the fact of the trip up to Scotland and all the rest of it. Oh, feels bad. So yeah, at the moment, I'm not planning on coming back for another event. But if I can make the next one, then I will try to get up here. We will see. But for now, this is definitely going to be the last one, unfortunately. But yeah, Lone, don't forget, you can still do that. You can still do the run. You've got the game. Although you need to practice it, but still, you can. I reckon you could do it. I'd pay to watch you do it, to be honest. Plus, recently, fun fact about Lone, he's recently took one of my PBs off me from Colin McRae, the Colin McRae Rally series. Mainly the 04 game in the series. He recently took the two-wheel drive championship, I think it is. He recently took the, I use this word, I use these words in quotation marks, world record from me. So, I say world record, there's only me and him, and maybe like 2 other people that have done runs. Yeah, but is it, this is the thing, this is a question I actually want to ask everybody here and to chat. Is it really a world record if there's only 2 people running the game, or from the category? Is it really a world record, or is it just a PB?
Considering the fact those 2 people are the only people playing the game in the whole world.
Yeah, but there's got to be more, hasn't there? Surely. Like, I get, like, if there's more, I'd say, I don't know, I'd say a world record's more like if you've got maybe 10 people running the game at least. Or 5 at least. Because the reason why I ask is because up until a certain point, funnily enough, regarding Need for Speed the run on Wii, there was only me and Zoton that did the run, so I said technically, and I took the time off him and I ended up becoming first place, but I said to him, technically that's a British world record because it's only me and him that ran it, and we're both Brits. So I said, so it's a British world record, and then somebody called JV came about, who's French, and he's pretty good at the series in general, and I think he didn't do too much practice. He's like, yeah, I beat you by like 3 minutes. I was like, fair enough, you can have it. It's a meme game anyway, you can have it. Enjoy a meme record.
Fine, I don't even care.
Yeah. I wasn't even forced, to be honest, when he took it off me. I was just like, you can have it, it's a meme anyway. Have it. Whilst we're on the topic of memes, actually, the London Racer 2 that's coming up is a bit of a meme game. Because it's badly designed. I say badly designed, it's crap. Which is, you're wondering why I entered it in this marathon. Well, just to show it off once. That's it. The game's... the funny thing is, that game, it was made for PC and for the PS2. And the funny thing is, in the title you'd expect it all to be set in London. But no, the game goes from London to Edinburgh. Yeah, so Scotland gets a bit of the action. And it goes to New York, Chicago, and Las Vegas. Why it's called London Racer 2, I have no idea. Shouldn't it be called World Racer? Because it's going outside of the UK, or just English Racer? I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Speaking of which, what's the top incentive for London Racer 2 currently? I forgot what's topping that one. Is it still Richie in the black cab? Yeah, is it still Richie in the London cab? Should be. Do you know what? I'm actually going to say this. For that run for the donation incentives, please just vote for the London cab. I'd actually like to use the London cab. Unless you want to see me run something else, then fine. That's fair. Oh. Well, the thing is though, I usually use Brian in his sedan, and that's pretty much it. This is currently Australia. Oh, that's no.
That's part of Britain.
I would like to take this brief moment to inform our audience of all upcoming donation incentives. Of course, we have currently the London Racer 2 incentive, which is to choose the car that BPG will be driving later on. So far we have Richie the London cab in the lead with €2.5 and Ranjit the sports car with 2 trailing right behind. All other cars are at 0, so if you want to see any other car beat Richie the London cab, then by all means go ahead. It's a very small donation, just €1 if you want Ranjit and €3 if you want any of the other cars. After that, we have Amnesia the Dark Descent, the ending choice, which is either the good or the bad ending. That has yet to see any donations, so if you want to draw first blood in that incentive, by all means go ahead. And then we are also opening up an incentive for day 2, which is the Battle Block Theater head choice, which includes choices such as the chicken, the cupcake, Davy Crockett, The hosts, Paulister's Head, the W weird one. I hope somebody is a Paulister sub and can prove me right.
Face.
And finally, the Spooky Onion. So there is 5 choices up and ready for you. Donate to your favorite. Thank you very much.
Good oak. Fully actually bringing up incentives, you know, London Racer 2. So, in each of the characters for London Racer 2, I'll probably bring this up when we do London Racer 2, but regardless. So in London Racer 2, there's like the 6 characters, and funny thing about Ranjit, the guy who has a sports car, his occupation states as IT specialist, which is kind of funny because of the fact that if you think about it, in Britain when you get an IT person on the phone, it's usually some Indian person on the other end.
Oh, come on.
I couldn't resist, I'm sorry. It's like, it's a bit ironic really, the game's being racist, not me. It is the game's, it's not me though, that's what I'm saying, the game's being racist, it's not me it's done it. The game did it. The game thought of it, not me. It is, the game says it, so... anyway, but yeah, the funny thing is about all different characters, so I believe Richie is from Edinburgh? Or Glasgow, I'm not sure. One, two. But I could be completely wrong, it might be from London. Ranjit's from Manchester, I think. Rolly's from the countryside somewhere. Jill is... I don't know, maybe. It makes sense, because he's a farmer. I don't know, actually, about the other characters, to be honest. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so we are in Finland. I haven't even got around to what track we're up to. Well, this is Finland, full of jumps and bumps, which is the reason why the car's getting a lot of airtime at the current moment. Also, funnily enough, in case nobody here watches rallying, it's actually a really good rally in general, like as in real life, because due to all the jumps, there's a lot of accidents and a lot of spectacular sights, like the cars catching loads of airtime. And it's also a bit, not really a tragic scene, but it's a bit of an iconic scene for Colin McRae himself because of the fact that he actually made his debut, I think it was Rally Finland 1991 or 1992, something like that. And he wrecked the car doing a recce run. So whilst they were testing out the stages, he actually smashed the car to pieces. And that was on the shakedown, that was before the event even started, and David Rich is the guy who's in charge of ProDrive, who would give him the opportunity to actually drive for his team. Turned around, he's like, "What have you done to the car? You've wrecked the car!" And the lads at the service area managed to get the car fixed up, thankfully, and he got back out. Anyway, he got back out and did alright. I don't know where he finished in that rally, to be honest, but he's been notoriously known as well. Another little fun story as well. Like, this turned to story time. Screw it, it is a story time. So there was a time, I think it was Rally Africa or something in 2002, and basically, or what, some rally or something in 2002, and he'd basically he had the Ford Focus at the time. He was driving the Ford Focus, rolled the car in a stage and smashed the car to pieces. Literally rolled it, smashed up, car parts flying everywhere, as traditional Colin McRae does. So all the car had smashed up anyway. The guys got it by the best to repair it. Went into the next set of stages, went through a right-hander, which was like a 5 right plus, and Colin going flat out max attack mode, full on 6 gear, 130 mile an hour, rolled the car, smashed it up again, landed back on his wheels. He said, and there's actually like a shot where you can see Colin McRae said the back end actually looked like a pickup truck. It was that battered at the back end of it. He said, and there's this wonderful shot of a helicopter. This is all on the same day as well. And he said, there's this wonderful shot of the helicopter following it. It looks like a pickup truck going along the cliff. He said, and it was like, that's Colin's Mad Max Day. I think it's actually not symbolised. It's like known within the rallying world of when it's like on this day 15 years ago Colin McRae had his Mad Max Day. He was like I said, he was a nutcase, Colin McRae. In case you hadn't noticed, yeah, you see why I like him now. I'm a bit of a nutcase myself, so that's why I like him. And obviously I grew up playing his games, that's also another reason why I saw him as an idol. Unlike Michael Schumacher, who was dominant and cheated in some F1 races. I don't know why people sympathise them. Yeah, so France is, without a doubt, the worst of the 3 stages, of the 3 circuits in the entire race. Just because of the fact that, well, as you can tell, it's very slow. And obviously, you guys picked the Toyota, so this one's going even slower. But, never mind. But yeah, the tracks, unfortunately the one thing the PS1 does miss out, so the PlayStation version misses out against the PC, is the PlayStation version does not contain a circuit map and doesn't keep track of where your car is. So really this is all about like just knowledge of the track and knowing which corners are next, you know, which are coming up next and so on. Whereas if you're on a PC version, you have, you guessed it, a circuit map, so you get to see what's going on. So yeah, it's a bit of an unfortunate. I don't know why they didn't introduce a map feature. Maybe, I don't know, lack of space on the disc, couldn't fit it in. I don't know. It's a bit unknown. It's a bit of a mystery why they didn't put it on the PS1 version, but they did on the PC. I don't know. I have no clue. Also, what time are we currently up to so far? Really? We might be done sooner than I thought then. Well, I've got to do Class B again, Class A, and I think them two together will be about 20 minutes. So, or 22 minutes, I'm not sure. Actually, we'll be able to get... this is going to be a bit cheeky to ask. Would I be able to get a timestamp after I cross the line for this race? So, wherever the time is up to. Is that alright? So, I'll let you know when the race is done, and then you can just give me a timestamp if you got one. Just so that way I know like how long I've got to finish the next set of races. So actually there's something else I should mention about this run, and this game in general. No doubt about it, you probably find it a bit odd that there's just a car sound, there's no music or anything. There is, however, as I recently found out when I was doing practice for this category, and with this game, if you run the game on fastest speed, the music speeds up by about 10 times. So the game's got like dun 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 dun, you can't understand it. Time stamp, please. Nice. Ooh, just short of 30 minutes. Didn't want to do that. It's only take 10 seconds. There we go. Right, so now we get onto the hard stuff. This is what worries me. I always have to keep selecting the Toyota because if I miss it, I screw this up. I'd have to restart the whole thing again. Not the whole run, just the championship. Right, so this is where it's going to get tricky. I would say there's RNG involved. This is actually just comes down to driving. And the AI is bloody aggressive. It wants to be. I say aggressive, they just don't like me. They know I'm fast, so they go, let's block him off. Block him off. See, they're just being idiots now. Come on. Also, the collision detection in this game is really odd. It makes some weird noises while cars grind against each other. I don't know who came up with it, but yeah, something. I'm doing too bad actually with the Subaru. I think that's a Subaru then. Oh, not doing too bad with the Corolla. Do you know what the funny thing is? I was watching the last run I did from the last time. The not CMI one, the Italian job one. I don't know if anybody remembers that one. We got right near the end and nearly fell off the cliff. Everyone's going, oh! There's not going to be any of that this time, I can tell. Maybe if we're driving, we'll see. Also, don't worry, both drivers will be a lot more exciting than this. Yeah, it's more driving, but not just more driving. There's actually police chases and stuff in them. And the one later on, I believe there's a shooting in that, so yeah. Should be fun. Yeah, have we got any questions or anything? Actually, from anybody. I don't mind if anyone wants to ask me anything. It's the only problem with this category, it drags on. Feels like you guys will know that. But yeah, it does drag. Any questions in particular, anybody? Don't mind if whatever chat's got, whatever anybody in there's got. Gives me something to talk about. Or I can just keep quiet for the next 20 minutes, that's fine. I don't mind anything.
I'd just like to mention in this moment of peace and quiet that you're watching the United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering, a quarterly event held in Glasgow. We are supporting Young Minds, a charity leading the fight for a future where all young minds are supported and empowered, whatever the challenges. Your donations help them to make sure young people get the best possible mental health support and have the resilience to overcome life's difficulties. From your donations, 75% will go straight to Young Minds, while 25% will be withheld by us to improve the stream quality and gear.
Ooh, that's close. Yeah, so Sweden might be a bit difficult. Yep.
What's the speed velocity?
Oh, what? Oh, what? Sorry. No idea. I have no idea. Probably goes as fast as my car does. But I have no idea. Fast as my car when it's not even moving. I don't know. I can't. The funny thing is, I couldn't even give you any facts about the car either. To be honest. And bumps always will. That'll be the death of me one day. Them bumps. Actually, I have flipped. I've managed to catch the end and nosedived. That was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Just watching me nosedive a car off long ramps, jumps. Mainly did with via cheats though. That's the only reason it happened. Which brings me. That's actually something funny to mention. There's cheats for this game. The one that you get though, the first cheat, is called Fireball. And no, it's not something out of Yu-Gi-Oh or anime or anything. It actually looks quite funny. In a funny way, because you basically fight. All cars can fire them at each other, so it turns into like a. I don't know how much you can outrun the other people, the other players, the other cars on the track. You just literally zap one. I don't want to put it on, but we could show it off at the end if we've got time, I suppose. Just like a quick demonstration. But it is really funny because you just fire. I think it's circle or something like that. But basically you fire the fireball and it goes into another car. When it hits another car, the car just flips out. Just literally goes poof, just fires it. It's like someone just going up what's the character called that does that Hadouken, whatever it's called? Is that Rio? Rio, yeah, it's like Rio going up to behind the car and just going Hadouken and the car's just flying. It doesn't say anything like that, it just literally works in the same sort of way, I would imagine. But yeah, if we've got time at the end, I'll try and show it off, possibly. Might do it on one of the bonus tracks, actually. That way we get to see one of the bonus tracks.
That might be fun. Cupcake on Xbox. It's a Steam exclusive version. Oh. That's the best head then. Yeah.
The cupcake.
It's the same head on Xbox, but it looks like that down the bottom instead. I do have that one.
Right, please be good. AI, please. Oh, I'm getting held up by a Lancer. Come on. It's a shame there's no Hondas in this game. Where's the VTech, yo? What's the Toyota that's used in that initial D? What's that? Is it the Truno or something? It's not the Corolla, is it? Or it might be an old Corolla, I don't know. So I know there's... Yeah, it'll be a Truno, I think. I'm not sure. Lone I'd know. If Lone's still here, I think he might know. But I'm sure there's a Toyota that's used in them. Ooh, the AI's been feisty on this track, I like it. I'm suddenly getting aroused through this, it's actually interesting. AI is actually posting a challenge for James. I'm actually having to fight the AI rather than running away with it. I always find it interesting when you play a racing game and you have to fight AI consistently. Something I don't get a lot of, I'm always just out up front. Just like, yeah, I'm out, bye bye, gone. Alright, not for this track though. Ah, okay. The one that I'm using right now, which I think is the 98 Corolla, I don't think that's used in the initial way, is it? So, the thing is with Initial D though, for me, I've never watched it, but I know what it's about. I know some of the music behind it. Yay! Oh, exactly, yeah. Well, I'll be watching that. Is it got a... Is it all in Japanese or is it English dub?
I think there's a... I forget which one we have. So I think it's either that there's the first few episodes of dub and the rest are subbed, or it's the other way around.
Right, okay.
Well, it says 86 and 85 are used initially.
Right. So this one's not one of those, is it? Because it's a Corolla. I don't know what the AE85 looks like. I know what the AE86 looks like. Because that's the Truno? I have no idea how you pronounce it. Truno, I think it is. And then the other one is the AE85, but I don't know what that is. Can't remember what it looks like. Lone's probably going ballistic, going, ah, how do you not know what the AE85 is? I'd probably say, send me some picture of it afterwards going, this is what one looks like. Ooh. Also, this is the last class, Class A. We saw all these races before, and then you get to see them again. Well, this time, harder AI. That compose a challenge. Finland's going to be difficult. I think Australia should be okay. Finland's going to be difficult. And then... what's the last one? France, that'll be fun. Yeah, like I said, it's a shame that there's not really much strats with this category, to be honest, because if there was, then I'd happily use them, but so far as to my knowledge, this category is just mainly how fast can you complete circuit racing. That's literally it, there's nothing to it other than that, which makes it quite ideal if you want to get into this. If you don't mind driving for 50 minutes, or 45 minutes for that matter, then I'd say this is an easy category to pick up. Although when you get to, I'd say maybe the Class A intermediate and the expert stuff, you may struggle. I know I did when I was a kid. I used to hate the intermediate championship, but I could do it. I would say I could do it with my eyes shut, but I've never tested that, so... But I can't, no. I've not got a blindfold. Maybe another time I'll actually give it a shot. I remember doing that once. I was going to do it as like a challenge video for my YouTube years ago. So it was to play Colin McRae 2 blindfolded. And I think I was doing the first stage and I heard him saying like, oh, was it like three left or something? Right 4 then 3 left. So I immediately went right, thinking I knew which way I was going. I heard the whack on something. I was like, oh, okay, I've hit the fence, that means I'm going around the corner. And then I opened my eyes and I'm halfway in the trees. I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm not hitting the fence. I'm hitting the trees. Not the easiest thing in the world. Funny that when what's he called? The guys, is it Vass? The guys in Far Cry says, did I ever tell you the definition of insanity? Yeah, this is my definition of insanity. Driving a Corolla. Although I think the Focus might have been worse, but I don't know. Thank you to, well, who was it that donated that the vital euro? Is it Lone? Flown, thank you. You saved me from the second version of hell. But you still give me the first.
Not happy for 10 days.
But you still give me the first version of hell. Oh yeah, I forgot Ross wanted the Focus. Oh dear. Oh dear. It would seem that Aberdeen has beat Glasgow on this one. Because the reason I say that is because Lone's Aberdeen and you're from Glasgow. That's like saying Aberdeen's beat Glasgow.
What do you know? I guess that was the reason. You said that they beat.
Well, they won't beat him in the cup. Or would they? I don't know. I don't know much about Scottish football, to be fair. So I can't say anything. The only team I know of in Scotland, actually, funnily enough, is is it the Rangers? That's a Scottish team, isn't it? Football team. One of them. I don't know. Is anybody in here a football fan? Scottish football fan, that is. Anybody? Ross?
Got his 1,000 years
Just see through the gap, he's like, please, no. Oh, well, actually, I can't fight you. Manchester's the better one, but you know, I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah, what are you doing? Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Please! I came here to play games and kick ass. That works, yeah. I remember watching the IT Growl thing the other day, and he's on about, he's like, I've come here to drink milk and kick ass, and I'm all out of milk. Oh no, he goes, and I've just finished my milk, that's it. I've come here to kick ass and drink milk, and I've just finished my milk. That's funny that, I think, oh, what's the film called where he says, I think it's called They Live. The film where he says, I have come here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. Funnily enough, that's also Duke Nukem's line. So who ripped who off? Duke Nukem ripped They Live, the film, or was it the other way around? Actually no, funnily enough, I think that film could be related to Duke Nukem now, because the film seems to be like a similar sort of thing. You've got a guy stood there with a shotgun and a pair of dark sunglasses on in that scene where he says it, and also everybody is either human or aliens. I think it is, which is ironic because so is Duke Nukem. Makes sense. No, I know Duke Nukem's not an alien, he's a human. Have you seen the guy who's the voice actor behind Duke Nukem? It's called John St. Duke or something. Yeah, still makes me laugh. He went to a convention a couple of years ago. This lad's got him on camera, and he says, he's like, oh, can we do like voice calls and stuff? So he rings up, like, he goes, oh, who do you want me to ring? I'll be Duke Nukem. So he rings this one person up. He's like, hey Peter, this is Duke Nukem. He goes, it's a shame you didn't pick up because you could have won a brand new car. He's like, that's right, a brand new car. And he goes, and Peter, remember, power armor is for pussies. And then just puts the phone down. He goes right, ballistic. It's funny. Yeah, he's voiced quite a few characters, hasn't he, that Johnson Duke? Oh, does he voice him? I didn't know that. Froggy, where are you? Oh, someone just turned to Sonic memes. That's what Kermit. Where are you, little buddy? That's pretty good. Oh dear. They should change that song that's called Lazy Generation. They should change it to Memes Element Generation. We are the memes generation. I don't know. Ironic thing about the band as well is called the F-Ups, which you don't need two and two put together to figure out what they're actually on about. Come on. Nobody's that stupid, are they? Come on. There's a band called the F-Ups, and they sang a song called Lazy Generation for Burnout 3. I'm like, it doesn't take two and two to you know, it doesn't take much to put two and two together to figure out what the band name's about. Really? Are we actually gonna go there? You know what? No. I'm not gonna tell you. I'll let you figure that out. Yeah, I'll just let him figure it out. If you're still stuck, at the end of the day, come see me, and I'll explain it to you in perfect detail. It only takes 5 seconds to explain it. Meanwhile, Ross has got his hood up. That's what? How about we just? Oh, Andrew, I just noticed your head stick up. That's probably why. Deathmaster D, funnily enough. Hello. He's usually in my chat. Funnily enough, he's a CMR guy. Which is fine. But yeah, I've completely forgotten the fact that this is the last race and time will be after the end of this race, which is like a minute and a half from now.
The best one about PZ.
I don't know, I've never played any of them.
Okay.
I'm not missing much, am I, if I don't play them? I always think that, but I don't know.
Anybody who says nothing.
Oh, I've never played it any, so I'm not missing. What was the one that Indy played last time, actually? What was that one? Was that on yeah, I think that was the first one. I thought it was... So I take it as soon as they revealed the new Final Fantasy thing, then at E3 everyone's gone, cream in the pants. Everyone here, I presume. Well, most people were. I wasn't. I was just going, whatever, it's another game in the series. What sort of cream do you have in your tea, though? Single or double?
I like full
Oh, it's even worse. Doesn't matter which context you put that in, it just sounds awful. Mind you, that again, it comes down being dirty minded, I guess. Right, Ross, are you ready on time? It's coming up. That's what she said. Right, here we go. Probably got about 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Yeah, it's alright, Ross, it's nearly over. I'll be off the couch. We'll be back on it again soon. So you can see more of my lovely face. Don't worry, I'll have plenty more stuff to talk about when I come back. I'll just need to revise my material. And time. What was the final time? 50, that was not... Oh yeah, so I got to play... I got the lifeline for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Sweet. 50-50. Hello, it's Chris Tarrant, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You got a 50-50.
Not Chris Tarrant.
No. I've got your friend Jimmy on... I've got your friend Jimmy on the phone with me this evening. He wants to know, what is a cat? I don't know, mate, or not. Yeah. Also, yeah, I think we could show off that bonus thing, can't we? Because we've got time. Alright, so that's the there's only one cheat I've unlocked anyway, so it's fine. Right, so we're going to have some fun with the AI now. We're going to do like a single race. Again. I'll use the Subaru this time. Go with... Because Expert does me head in, and I'm going to put it on United Kingdom. 2 laps. Yeah, this is going to be fun. We'll see if we survive this. Right, so this is the bonus track of the UK. It's ironic. And let's fire some fireballs.
Is this like Mario Kart this year?
No, this is like Mario Kart, but good.
Woohoo!
How about
It's Mario Kart
Bye bye! Ah! Oh!
Okay.
He's gonna get me now, I can tell.
Is this based on a true story? Is Colin McRae actually finds fireballs in his car?
It's like a fireball
Snap
match.
one race.
Is that
Ah!
we'll scare them?
Sort of. Bye! Out of my way, dumbass. There we go, gone. Oh, he nearly got me. Ah, no! Oh, you gotta flip me over, are you? What? I just spawned! Oh my god! Well, that happened. Bye. Oh! This is the best thing about fireballs. We should have actually done arcade percent with fireballs. It would have been better, much better. What up? Oh! I actually survived that. I didn't survive that. Right. Okay. I'm last. This is the best place to be now, because everything that's in front of me, I can just fire out the way. Alright, coming for your ass. Here we go. Oh crap, I'm going the wrong way. Come on. It's only a 2-lap race anyway. We'll fire more out the way, don't worry. Oh god. I should know where I'm going. Here we go. Cross over your typical bridge. I'm 17 seconds behind. That's funny. Oh yeah, there's also, because the AI hits each other, there's also the times where you might just come across a car that's flipped upside down for no reason. And that's just because the AI just wanted to kill each other for whatever reason they do. Right, okay. I'll probably end up losing this race by like 2 minutes or something. Oh, they've all gone. I forgot to put it on expert. Whoops. Would have been better with novice because you just keep battering them and not bothered. Still win. Not this one though. Oh, hey, we found somebody. Right, time to send into space. I'm coming for you. Here's Viper. Uh-oh. Or not. I guess not. Luckily your cars never get damaged with arcade stuff, so it's not too bad. Right, okay, come on. I want to catch the focus, come on! Sorry, Ross. He's like, no, my focus! Yeah, I'm not catching him. Ah, we'll finish the race, it's fine. The way you say it, you sound like you're swearing when you say it, you know. With the accent. No, not you, Ross. I don't know why. Alright, nearly done. "21 seconds, Val." I'm gonna lose this by like 30 seconds, I can tell, but it doesn't really matter. It's not part of the run anyway, thankfully. Just wanted to show fireball mode off. We got time, so. And that's a loss. And we're gonna have to redo that all over again. No, we're not gonna do it. Trust me, that's that. 21 seconds behind the AI. Gotta love that. We can watch it all over again. There we go. Now I get to see all the other cars that get flipped. Just a car in midair.
Okay, thank you very much, BPG, for another category of Colin McRae Rally 2.0. Up next, it's him again with Colin McRae Rally 1. And that's going to be, the category is going to be Rally School Percent. This one's going to be a short but sweet one. After that, we have the one and only CD-ROMatron entertaining us with Sonic R and the amazing sing-along that we have to do on that. on that front. Then after that, it's Sonic Roboblast 2, all emeralds this time round. And yeah, after that, we still have some donation incentives that are pending for runs after that. For example, we have still the London Racer 2 car choice one, which is still stagnant at €2.50 for the London cab. And then Ranjit is in close second with €2. So again, if you want your choice to be seen in the marathon, donate now.